Okay, streaming now.
Put on mute.
Hello, everyone. We will be live in, I don't know, what are you doing, Stuart? In about 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Okay. Stuart's just putting his clothes on.
There we go.
I think we're live.
We are. What
There as well.
Yeah, what's kind of interesting is what we're just trying to do is just a bit of a simultaneous live stream. We've got one on Instagram going and one on YouTube. So
yeah. Hello, Instagram.
Oh look, people are actually talking.
Hello, YouTube.
There you
Hello,
go.
Instagram.
I won't be able to read the comments on Instagram. It's too small. My eyes are too bad.
Oh, there, yeah.
Yeah. But,
You'd have to go like that.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, Stuart, you stay like that and I'll go like... Hang on.
Hunter plays. We all want to see Stuart without clothes. Check out our mermaid video and see if you think the same.
By the way, when you do watch that, he wasn't really naked.
No, it wasn't. It was a
special. It was special.
It was a special effect. Yeah.
And if he did have no clothes on, it would have been an awful effect. Okay.
Well, stick your badge on.
Oh yeah.
Because
I've got a box of. It's a bit like, you know that scene out of Toy Story with all the sort of toys under the bed that have had something wrong with them. It's like that. It's like poor old Willow with a hand missing. Oh, is that? I thought that was the way they came out. There's also hearts coming out there.
I know because people are liking it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Willow with half a head. I have to look. Instagram can see it. Now YouTube can see it. Instagram, YouTube. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, badge. That's what
badge. That's what, yeah, sidetracked again.
Yeah.
It's just an experiment. It's just something we're thinking about in the future because we're also talking about doing simultaneous shared broadcasts with people, aren't we? So we're trying to think.
Gold or pink? Gold or pink? Gold or pink? Gold or pink? Which one should I wear? Should I wear both?
Let's see if there's anyone chatting in here, and they're going to quickly think. Anyone who wants a shout out, we'll go through this in a minute. This is not going to be one of our long vlogs, is it? So it's not like the monthly vlog.
No, like half hour.
Yeah. We actually filmed a weekly vlog, so do a pre-recorded one, which was going to upload, but sadly the audio was such poor quality, which will teach us to take a pair of headphones next time.
Yeah. Look how. Okay, I tried it with the Instagram as well, but look how sunny it is.
I know, it's really, really nice.
Sunny. And actually, just out of interest, see that little bird box? There's a lot of blue tits flying in and out of that.
Oh,
we've got a camera built into that so that all the blue tits can be filmed.
Really nice and sunny.
Yeah, so we thought, we'll do it outside, and then the sound was terrible, so
we decided rather than let you guys down, we'll quickly.
Looks like a nuclear bomb went off then.
We'll do a quick impromptu live broadcast, but we have got a bit of news to give you because we have got coming up. Who's the winner? Hello Neighbour or Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah.
So I think what we should people are just going to cheat, just go to the vote on our last vlog anyway.
Are you sure you can see? I'll tell you what. Let me see if I can put up Instagram here so that then I'm sorry, everyone on Instagram. No, hang on. That's not going to work, is it? Sorry, you're going to have to go down there.
Yeah.
To the basement.
All right, so I'm going to now close the votes on on the vlog. Before we get to that, why don't you talk to them about the gallery, Peter, while I'm faffing with this?
Yeah, so we've been having some really good emails coming in with all the different artwork. Again, with the gallery, it's gallery, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you can just send in artwork. You can send in videos, you can send in music, You can anything, video of you dancing, whatever you want, and as long as it's sort of YouTube safe, we'll use it. So the last gallery was on Monday. I've got a little picture of our main. Hang on a second, let me bring that up if I find it. I don't know where I put it. Oh no, that's not it.
Hello, would it be the bottom one, Pete? The one which says...
the one that says gallery. Yeah. There we go. So unfortunately our Instagram guys can't see this, but so the gallery was on Monday. We do it every 2 weeks, and if you haven't checked it out, check that out now. It was our last video. But yeah, we had some great interest for that. So submit your stuff, like I say, video, or if you have a music video, or if you have just music, anything like that, anything artistic or creative, send it in because we love seeing it, and we will feature it at some point on our gallery. It may not be on the next one because we're getting quite a few bits and pieces in now. But yeah, or you've got your iPhone or your Samsung, or whatever it is, just shoot a little video. It doesn't have to be super professional, but we just love seeing creativity. That's what we like seeing, creativity.
And the other thing is because people are asking for shout outs here. So if you want a shout out, I will put a link. Once this video's been uploaded, there will be a link in the card section. But go to our Bubblegum Gallery and ask for a shout out. That's where we're taking the names now for people who want to shout out, because it was getting so hard to try and keep track across everyone. So if you want a shout out, just ask for one on our Bubblegum Gallery. And the email address, if they're going to email something to us.
Yeah, look, I've got it fancy,
Oh, here we go. Is it going to be right? Yay! So just
bubblegummonsters@gmail.com. I'm feeling a bit sorry for the people on Instagram.
No, don't worry. This is just a test. This is not,
because they've got all the fancy stuff on the YouTube one, but the Instagram's just on Stuart's phone, so it's just a really unflat. Well, not that we're flattering anyway, but a really low angle shot of us.
I know it's a sort of dark. Well, mind you, I'm dark, but So and with Bubblegum Gallery, just put with the Bubblegum Gallery, if you email us, please put gallery in the subject line, because when you send us an email with an attachment, it can go into our spam folder, but with gallery there, it will suck it out and put it in the right folder.
Yeah,
there we go.
So with the gallery was on Monday. Next Monday is another behind the scenes. So we do it because we can't cram everything into 1 week. What we do is we do a gallery Monday, and then we do a behind the scenes the following Monday, which is why the gallery is every 2 weeks and behind the scenes is every 2 weeks. And so next Monday will be behind the scenes, and we're going to do one on one of the characters from Five Nights at Freddy's film, because we had a lot of people not knowing if they were real or if they were like people actually in a costume or if they were CG. They are all CG, and so I thought I'd do one on basically taking it from concept to completion and showing how I modelled one. I know a few guys have seen a bit of the modelling and foxing and things like that, but then there's another load of process after that as well. So from the creating it to then the rigging of it to the texturing and lighting and animating, and then finally compositing it back into the final film. So it's quite a lot there, but I'll try and cram it into I'll try and keep them quite short, so 5 minutes sort of piece. So that will be on Monday at 7 p.m. GMT or summertime or whatever it is.
But 7 p.m. BST.
Yeah,
British summertime. Right, with that being said, there was a really great question which came in on our live vlog on Saturday about animating.
Yeah,
and you had a great bit of advice. And it was actually to get your hands on the Animator's Survival Kit. Now, why is that book so important? Animating.
I'll tell you what, I'll get the picture of it again. Sorry, I apologise, Instagram people, but the picture's on our software on YouTube. So, Animator's Survival Kit is by a guy called Richard Williams, and in fact, I can talk to you, the Instagram guys, while this picture's up, because the YouTube guys can't see it. The Richard Williams worked for Disney, and he learnt off the 9 Old Men, which the 9 Old Men were like the original animators at Disney in the 1930s, 40s and 50s. And basically, it's all about the 12 principles of animation. That's the core part of animation. If you don't learn the 12 principles of animation, then you're really going to be struggling to try and work out why something doesn't look right. So you apply these 12 principles, and when something doesn't look right, you can look back at the rules of the 12 principles and work out what's wrong with the animation. And this basically covers all of that. It covers all of the sort of details, but it's all 2D. I mean, that's where animation started. It was all in 2D, and the same applies to 3D. So it's not just about 3D now. So everyone seems to think it's the software. It's not. It's about the core principles, and learning that will then make you a better animator, and you'll be able to produce stuff in theory as good as what you see on Pixar and DreamWorks, as long as you work hard at it. So that's the Animator Survival Kit, and also he does a DVD box set as well. I think it's just on his website. I don't think it's on Amazon. That one.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, if you we've put a link to the book. If you're in the UK or Europe, there's a link there for you, so you can go and check it out. Or if you're in the USA, you can also just click the link which is relevant to you. So there's 2 links there for you, so go and check it out.
What happened to Instagram?
I turned off Instagram. There was a comment saying that something wasn't lining up, and I thought rather than upset this stream, I'd rather turn it off.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Poor old Instagram. Not.
They
can join us on YouTube.
No, Turf's here, and he was on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
it's
right, okay,
this
cool.
little thing. So.
So Chica, an interview with Chica. We did the first part a couple of weeks ago now, and it seemed to go down quite well.
Yeah, well,
it was tongue in cheek.
Yeah, the comments were quite positive. I think people,
Yeah. I mean,
got
it's
the
silly.
idea it was a comedy.
It is silly, but yeah, I think everyone got behind it and realised it was a comedy. So we're going to release the second part, which will then answer the rest of the questions we got before we capped it off, because we had quite a few, didn't we?
We did,
and that will be out on Friday at 7 p.m. GMT.
Right, there's a lot of people here wanting to know who's going to win. Let's have just a quick look at this. Yeah, great. Okay, so hello neighbour. Ausbilder, I think that's how you say it, because you're either from Germany or Austria or somewhere similar, and of course AUS.
I've been calling him Aussie, but I just thought it was Australian.
Yeah, it's Ausbilder. Aus.
Yeah.
I believe that's roughly the pronunciation.
Okay.
Well, just because we're going to announce the winner.
Yeah.
Are we going to say that to the end?
Yeah, go on.
We'll say that to the end. So we've got our live Making a Bubblegum Monster also coming up on Friday. We've had a bit of a change with that, in the sense that we're going to just keep it 5:30 BST.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know, so that's going to be consistent. So you know that every week it's going to be 5:30.
Yeah, because we were switching between 5:30 and 6:30, mainly because I got to pick up my son on every other Friday. Do you know, I forgot what
Is it?
Yeah. I hope he's not there now. Where's Daddy? So every other Friday I pick up my son, and so I have to leave at a certain time, which is why we moved that one to 5:30. But then we thought, well, we might as well keep them all at 5:30, right?
Yes, I think that was the plan.
And guess unless there's a lot of people who are like, well, come on, make the 5:30, and then if that's the case, then we'll do a bit of both, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think because it's just, we're talking about just an hour, and unfortunately the American audience is not going to make a difference, because it's either 1 o'clock in the afternoon for them or 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So they always watching it on the pre-recorded, on the upload. Talking about uploads, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please can you hit the thumbs up? And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, how did you find us? But remember to click the subscribe button and the notifications, and you will be alerted. We had a question in from Simon asking if we are going to be live on Saturday. No, we're not going to be live.
Not this Saturday.
That's a monthly thing we do. We will be announcing our next live vlog date shortly. Not today, in a future vlog, because obviously we got to juggle times, as Peter just said, with him looking after Toby, etc. I think because we've pretty much covered all the news, haven't we, which we was talking about in this one. What we could talk about is the crowdfunding aspect on whoever's going to win.
Oh yeah. So on the original Five Nights at Freddy's, I mean, I've said this a few times. It was basically meant to be a month-long sketch idea, because it was Halloween and we love Halloween. And like we say, it's like Christmas for us doing Halloween stuff, which is why we tried to make such a big effort with it. And as it turned out, it took 6 months. But it was just the two of us doing it. There was no one else involved other than Bill for the acting part, and Stuart's cousin for the original security guard, who lasted about 10 seconds. But yeah, it was just us. So there wasn't any sort of budget really, other than we managed to scrape together about, I think it was like £500.
About 500 in the end.
To get to make the set and to hire the hall where it was shot, and all the other bits and bits
like the party hats, the party tablecloths,
stuff like that.
Yeah,
it all added up. So we thought, again, because we want to put, we always want to push ourselves and we always want to deliver something better for you guys. Because at the end of the day, that's why we're doing this. I've said it before, I love the reactions that people have as well. Some people have done reaction videos to Five Nights at Freddy's, which actually we haven't. I don't know if any of our subscribers send in stuff, but if you haven't seen Five Nights at Freddy's yet, please, if you can, do a reaction video to it. Or if you've got a brother or any siblings or family member that you think would enjoy it and wouldn't be too scared. I mean, don't start showing it to your 4-year-old brother or something like that. Scare the crap out of them. But someone that would you think would be really funny watching it, please do that and send it in, because I personally know you do as well. I can sit, even though the movie is 24 minutes long and I've lived through it like 500 times now, it's just watching other people watch it, and I just think that for me is a massive reward, and that's why we do it.
Yeah.
Going back to the crowdfunding thing, because I do like to
waffle.
Yeah, so to make the next one bigger and better, if we can, we will need more money. There's just no other way of doing it, and we don't get paid enough by YouTube at all to do it. So we're thinking we're gonna. I mean, we will still do it. Whatever. It's not like we're gonna go, well, no, we've got enough money, so we're not going to do it. But the more money we can get, the better we can make it, basically. So we want to set up a crowdfunding. I'm not sure what platform. It could be Kickstarter or
I mean, it needs a little bit further thought. I mean, I think that ultimately we have our production meetings on a Tuesday, and we spoke about this, and quite simply I said, well, look, we'll look forward towards look at trying to do a crowdfunding campaign, because obviously the money we would be able to use would be for locations, crew, and lots of other little side things. So that essentially, it's not set in stone yet.
Yeah.
But it's just something we're going to be considering.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we do have our Patreon account.
Yeah.
If people want to.
And you can get yourself a little, either signed.
It's you can have
picture or a badge,
signed screenshots, badges, or even your own unique bubblegum monster should be crafted for you, except this one is broken because it did come out but I dropped it, and
Stuart was telling me over the phone how wonderful it was. It's like, it's beautiful, it's really good. And then I don't know what you did, and then I just suddenly heard this crash, and I remember saying to you, you broke it, didn't you, Stuart? Just like,
I know, I nearly cried, because in fact, if anyone was following at the weekend on our social links, Facebook and Instagram, and even on Twitter, I was posting updates on how the print was actually going. So they were watching it throughout the day, watching it develop.
Yeah.
So obviously, and when I finally took it off and saying, "Oh, how brilliant she is," and then I broke it. So it's another failed print.
Clumsy hands.
Yes.
So Pika Freddy says, I don't know how to make a reaction video.
Yes.
I guess you'd have to use. Well, we use that OBS software.
We
that
do.
Might be a way of doing it.
OBS is a free piece of software.
It's free. It's called OBS, and basically it allows you to load it on your computer, and then you just add you need a webcam. Add your webcam so you can see yourself, and then it will allow you to add a screen as well. So if it's a YouTube video you're watching, you can then add that as well. It's quite straightforward to use.
Yeah, there's tutorials on YouTube. Well. To do that. Hi Derek, I know you stream at 7 o'clock, so I appreciate you popping by. And you can stay for 10 minutes. That's great.
We're only going to be here.
We're not going to be much longer.
It's only a quick one.
We are going to announce the winner.
Oh yeah.
Oh, should we just bring up the Patreon address as well for people, so they know what it is?
There you go. So it's patreon.com/bubblegummonsters.
It is. So and then you'll be.
And Jim's just come in, and he's a patron, isn't he?
He is. Yes, he is.
Nice one, Jim. Thanks for that.
And all the social links of everything we've been talking about today for our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon are all on the description, in the description box, and we've got the email address there if you want to send us anything for the gallery. And also we've got the links for the animator survival kit.
Yeah.
So we're pretty organised. We're getting better at the organised of that side of things.
Yeah.
So it's just the rest of it, which we're still struggling to get together. Right, go on and bring up the voting card.
Okay. Right, we're ready then. So it's between Hello Neighbour and Five Nights at Freddy's. So right, you ready for this? Here we go. So I think a lot of people for Hello Neighbour, right?
Yeah, on here they are, yeah.
Okay, whoa, let's have a look. Yeah, no, I shouldn't trust Stuart with the 3D printer, though he's doing a really good job, actually. Okay, right, ready, drum roll.
Drum roll.
Okay, ready. Ta-da!
That was
78%.
Yeah.
78%.
Hold on, that's a bit confusing as well, because look, 78 and 21 makes 99, so what happened to the other percent?
That's really true, actually.
Yeah. So it's obviously probably like more like 78 point something,
Right,
and then 21 point something.
I see,
but it's not that a closer call, really. It's going to be a Five Nights at Freddy's.
It is.
Now, we did secretly guess that was going to be the case, and when we had our production meeting yesterday, we were saying, we don't know how you guys feel about this. Again, nothing's set in stone at the moment. We decided that that's the winner. But wondering if we went off-piste a bit and sort of did, rather than like make it like a 2, 3, 4 or a sister location, we actually done a Five Nights at Freddy's, but I mean, you had other ideas about where it was hosted or whether it's going to be an amalgamation of the several rather than being specific.
I mean, I don't know yet, but the problem with the second one, like, you could in theory just go, oh, let's just keep making Five Nights at Freddy films. So we've done 1, let's do 2, then 3. The problem with almost the first 3 is they're really similar in the whole kind of mechanics and one character watching doors and doing those sort of things, and it's like, is that going to be interesting enough? And I think we both agree that you don't want to be with a sequel. You don't want it to be the same, just different with different characters. You want something new to bring to the table. So what I was suggesting is maybe we combine 2 of them together and have, like, I don't know, the first part is kind of one of the, like, the second game. And actually, I don't know where the second game is set, because I've read up on all of it, and it's suggested that it's a prequel to the first one. But from what I see and the way the phone guy talks, I actually think it is a sequel. So it'd be interesting to know what you guys think. Do you think it's a prequel to the first one, or is it a sequel to the second one?
Well, because the other thing was he said that even in the first one we've just done, we weren't actually sticking to the rules of the game, because otherwise that would have been shot entirely in the office. Exactly. So we did bend it a little bit and just saying. But that's quite important actually, because Jim's just said he's making a joke about, so I can't wait till November, which is obviously about 6 months away. But the reality of it is this will be taking another 6 months. This is not going to be a 5-minute.
No, we know it's not like what's Five Nights at Freddy. Yeah. That's it. Next Saturday will be the film, because it wouldn't happen like that. It's just impossible. So it will be probably another. But what we were thinking of doing, or will do, is for our vlogs now, because this will be kind of in the background going on, especially with the sort of prep and everything. We're have behind the scenes stuff of us. Yeah,
when we got something, to actually show, then we'll so we'll drip feed it to you, so you're sort of kept in the loop and you're part of the.
Which we did
experience.
Kind of do with Five Nights at Freddy's as well, didn't we?
We did towards I think when we realised it wasn't coming out, we started sort of dripping it through. But so how do
you guys feel about that? I mean, I know obviously there was a lot of Hello Neighbour fans.
There's a lot of oh no's, but there's a lot of yays as well.
Right.
So, right. Well, it's at least Jumbo left.
At least
Jim
left. Did he?
Left. No. Is it? Oh, do I get to do a cameo? That's Jim.
He's be another dead body.
We certainly might even need extras.
It is actually your whole family that's basically getting.
I know. Well, they're the only people who was saying, come on, I can drop in short notice. What is the storyboard's going to be on the new Freddy's? Well, this is the sort of stuff we can
we don't know yet.
Feed to.
We don't know yet.
I mean, the result has essentially been announced tonight. We haven't started thinking about a script. We haven't started about anything like this, and because I personally would like us to actually have more time to sit down and actually do it. Last time it was done in.
Yeah, the script was written, wasn't it? I wrote that in
a night.
Yeah, it was
practically
pretty much in a night. Yeah.
So. Obviously, our production meetings now on Tuesday will have more relevance, because we'll get together and we'll start actually really piecing this stuff together. So, but in the meantime, we will be doing sketches.
Yeah.
So, like the Chica interviews, like the Pokemon
they'd be short and sweet.
Yeah,
because some of the sketches we've done before have taken up a month to do because we've tried to push the boundaries with the effects, but we'd be putting that energy into the film instead. So even though the sketches will be short, they'll still probably have a few little effects in, but they won't be as big and sort of what's the word? Time consuming as what they were.
But yeah, because that is, I'm just doing this for our European audience. Don't carry on talking.
Okay.
I just.
So so it'd be quite interesting actually if you can leave comments how you feel about the Five Nights at Freddy's. What are your ideas? How do you think it can evolve? What would you do as a film? Where would you take it?
I've just because people are going, what? I've just put the link for the animator survival kit in the in the comments so people can actually click on it. There was a question up the top there. Right, okie dokie.
And also going back to the whole Hello Neighbour thing, I know a few people are quite sad about that. It doesn't mean to say it will never get made by us. It just means the next 6 months it won't.
Yeah.
Which I know for some people is almost a lifetime. But when you get to our age, 6 months goes just like that. It's
we could. I mean, there's no reason why we can't do like a short sketch at some point.
No.
Or like a spin on the
exactly.
Neighbour.
Yeah.
I mean that's how we started out anyway, and that I think wasn't that how Freddy's roughly was started to come because we did that bit up in the loft, wasn't it? So I just called it a teaser trailer, and then all of a sudden it went from there.
Let's actually maybe do a film on it.
Okay, well we've got a few more sketches of Stuart getting killed. Ultimately, that will happen.
We were thinking we may do this because I suggested it a while ago, so actually about 8 months ago. The fact that Stuart pretty much always dies in out. He's a bit like Kenny from South Park.
Yeah, that's the idea.
And I just thought it'd be really funny to have a sketch where it's like behind the scenes of us doing stuff, like a mockumentary kind of thing, where Stuart gets dug up every time. And we're like, well, Stuart actually did die back in sort of like 1997. And he's actually not alive now. But we've got very good makeup, so we dig him up every time we need him in the sketch. And I thought that'd be quite funny as a sketch in itself.
We've actually got people actually suggesting that they actually would like more the fact or real or the real or myth fact or myth videos. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we did have a few more ideas for that as well, didn't we?
Yeah. So that was quite good.
Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones. Yeah, we did do a Game of Thrones one. I don't know if you've seen it, Hunter Plays. We did do a Game of Thrones.
What I need to do is I need to build Google Translate, isn't it?
Right.
Because some poor person in here is commenting and we're totally ignoring him, or not deliberately, or her, and it's only because I can't do it quick enough. So, but let's just see. Stamos James.
Yeah, so we did have a Game of Thrones. It was a fact or myth one as well. I don't know if you guys seen it, where it's based on a scene which is actually quite gory. I can't remember. What's the name of that guy who gets his eyes gouged out in it?
Oh, Calipers. That is Oberon, something like that. Yeah.
So we did a spin on that with Stuart, and it actually came out pretty. Oh, good evening.
Good evening. Right. Good evening. That is
Calipers.
Yeah. That's Stamos James. Stamos James.
Is that meant to be game? Is that games maybe or Stamos? Oh, Stamos James. Yeah.
Yeah, Stamos James. So there you go. So good evening to you as well. Right. Yes. Thank you, Jim. Because people do need reminding on because it doesn't always get to us. So he's just reminding people how to email us.
Because the thing is, Simon,
gallery the subject line.
There's people that sometimes join later on. So even though you may have seen it twice, other people may not have.
That's right.
May have missed it, which is also a bit like when you watch a film, isn't it? And the adverts come on, it's the same bloody adverts each time. But it's because they know that not everyone watches the whole film.
Right. Do you want to have a quick answer of questions? If you guys want to very quickly just ask us something, and if it can be answered in 1 or 2 lines, and then we'll just have a quick fire for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. So I keep looking like we're looking at this. It's just that the laptop's there with the questions, so we have to keep peering over here instead. Who was the guy who squashed your face, Stu?
Yeah.
That's quite a good one. I can't remember his name now. What was his name?
He was a boxer.
Yeah, he was 6'4", but we made him look massive by using a thing called forced perspective. But we got him off an acting casting call pro, I think it's called, and we just looked for a load of big actors, and we were like, yeah, he'll do. He looks pretty scary, and I think we paid him some money, and he turned up for the day.
Yeah,
and yes, for the forced. If people don't know what forced perspective is, basically it's a way of just cheating the size of things. So you see it sometimes in like photos and stuff, like a giant can of Coke, and basically someone's taken a photo of a can of Coke on a beach, and then they've stood next to it, but like 20 feet back, so they're like the same size as the Coke can. That's basically what we did with Stuart and him. So even though he was a lot bigger than Stuart anyway, to make him look absolutely massive, like the mountain in Game of Thrones, we had him nearer to the camera, and we moved the camera right back and zoomed in, because that squashes the perspective, so it doesn't have so much perspective. Actually, it has less perspective, and that then made him look massive.
Bizarrely, we had two questions come in at the same time from two different people, and they're exactly the same question. So, what's your favourite sport?
To watch or to play? I guess. I'm not really a sports person. I don't really like sports, but I guess if I was going to watch a sport, it would probably. I mean, both my brother and my dad watch football, and support Man United, so I would watch that sometimes. But in fact, sometimes I enjoy laughing when they lose.
Yeah,
just to wind them up. But to play, I don't. Again, I run. I do a lot of running, and gym's not a sport though, is it? But yeah. Oh, and badminton. That's quite nice. It's not. I say it's not easy. If you're good at badminton, it's actually really hard. But that's quite fun. You used to be good at badminton, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
You were
a long time ago, yeah. No, I wasn't professional or anything.
No, but you were good.
I was, yeah. I did get into a competition for Bromley, yeah.
Right.
Mine's football for watching, and
or soccer if you're American.
Or soccer if you're American, watching this on the record, and Formula One. So I'm easy. The Spanish Grand Prix this weekend. So for the Formula One fans who know,
what did you want?
What did we want? Five Nights at Freddy's or Hello Neighbour?
I don't know. Because the thing is, I've had enough of a break from Five Nights at Freddy's now, so I've kind of got a new sort of energy for it. But at the time, when we first sort of said, "Oh, you know, we're going to do some voting again," I kind of didn't want it to win, because it was just like, I think the thing is, when people see the film, they just think it's like that atmosphere was like in when we were acting, and it was really exciting because these giant animatronics were moving around and stuff. But it's not like that at all. It's like if you watch any of the original footage, it's just like me go to Stuart go, right, look up there, look, and then it's like he's looking, there's absolutely nothing there, and it was really hard. It was really hard work. It was a lot of late nights, a lot of just constant like stress. I mean, I remember you came over one day and you nearly walked out again because I'd had enough.
Yeah,
I was just like, I can't do this. This is just insane. I can't do it. So yeah, I'd had enough of it. But now I think there's a lot of potential there for it, and I've had a break from it, because I can't believe it's been over half a year since we started that.
I know.
That's insane.
But I think that is the key to this one, is that we're not trying to cram it in 4 weeks and get, no, we've got good work on this. We can structure it properly. So rather than going in and say, we need to film 3 pages tonight, we can actually sort of set ourselves up going, we know we need to film 3 pages, let's do it over 3 nights. You know, it's that sort of relaxed.
But I did kind of want to do Hello Neighbour as well, because I kind of like the whole day. I think you could do something. The concept of it. Well, I think like I don't know if you guys, because I know a lot of guys are quite young on this, but a really good old black and white film to watch is Rear Window by Hitchcock. And I haven't been played Hello Neighbour, but as soon as I saw Hello Neighbour, I was like, that is why that's good. Because it's like Rear Window. Because you're looking at, basically you see something out the rear window and you're watching a neighbour, basically. And I thought, yeah, you could do something really good with that. So I think, you know, if we do another one and Hello Neighbour comes out top, I'll look forward to doing that.
Just quickly, what's your favourite song?
I like a lot of Adele's stuff at the moment. It's really, she's got some, you know, she's got one of those really sort of ballet, really emotional stuff that she does. I really like that. But John Lennon, Imagine, I think is one of my classics.
Yeah, I've got a very eclectic taste in music. If you switched on my iPod, I've got everything from stage show musicals to heavy rock.
Yeah, I mean, I always say because people go, "What's your favourite genre of music?" But I just think anything with a good rhythm. It doesn't matter. It could be like heavy metal. It could be country music. It could be anything as long as it's got good rhythm. And so, I mean, I'm one of those people that listens to the music rather than the lyrics. And some stuff I didn't even realise was meant to be depressing. I really enjoyed it. And then someone goes, "Yeah, but that's about someone dying." I'm like, "Oh, is it?" Didn't even realise that.
Great to see you again, Illusion Gaming. We can always count on you for joining. Don't worry about being late. Do you think Alonso will win Indy 500?
I don't know. I've never even watched it.
I think his position at McLaren is very dodgy. I think he's very tired of being there. McLaren's been very clever by releasing him because I think he's going to leave his contract anyway, and I think by releasing him, allow him to have a go at Indy 500, despite him missing several of the Grand Prix. It's probably a good move. I like to see Alonso in the Grand Prix still. Will he win the Indy 500? We have to wait and see. Alonso is a fantastic driver, and it's that sort of side of it as you see, even with McLaren with the struggling Honda engine, and despite all his complaining, he still managed to pull some amazing driving out of the hat. So let's hope he does. Yeah, I would like to see him win the Indy 500, as certainly as another feather in his cap, and to prove he's probably one of the greatest drivers out there.
So the place says the Five Nights at Freddy's movie was awesome. Thank you. I mean, that's the thing. We put so much effort into that. So having people enjoy it, and like I was saying earlier, if you can do reaction videos or get one of your family members to do a reaction video, then we'd definitely watch it because I just find them so funny.
Housebuilder said
back in 10 minutes. We might not be back. We might not be here in 10 minutes.
Housebuilder was saying that they learnt all about false perspective from Bill.
Oh really?
Channel.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, we'll have to check that one out on Bill. Do you know Max Verstappen? Not personally. No.
I don't know who that is. Is that another?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So no, I don't know Max Verstappen. Obviously, again, a real rising talent among the ranks, and I was really pleased when he moved to Red Bull. I think he's going to be brilliant. And I watch this space, Max.
Illusion Gaming says, "What's your favourite type of graphics card on a PC?" I don't really have a favourite. It's just what does the job. Nvidia just tend to do the best graphics cards at the moment. And in the Mac, I don't have a PC actually. I've got a Mac, but in the Mac I've got a what's it called? Titan. It's not a Titan. Titan X, the 12GB one.
Well, just where you do that, I've just look it up.
I think
there's any.
It's a Titan X. Isn't it? Someone will know what graphics card. Yeah, Titan X, and it's the 12 gig.
12 gig. Okay,
12 gig version.
So I've put a link if anyone's interested. It's a Titan X graphics card.
I'll open up the chat on here because while you're going through that, I can't see people chatting. So,
of course, sorry. Yes.
What Five Nights at Freddy song do you like more, from the Find You or the Living Tombstone? I think their Find You I like. Toy Rabbin Gaming asked that one. Because who was that that did that? What YouTuber was that did that? He does loads of stuff. He's done Ghostbusters and everything.
What's quite interesting is Toy Rabbin Gamer. When you watch this video on the upload, you will be answering your own question, or you will get the answer to that question, because he says, "Are you going to do any more Five Nights at Freddy's movies?"
Yeah, you have to watch.
Watch the upload.
Yeah,
once it's up there on YouTube.
Simon Swerko, Bubblegummonsters. I'll be representing my school on cricket in Cardiff. Where's that? I don't know where that is.
Simon, where's Simon from? He did say once before.
Is that Wales, maybe? I don't know. Well, yeah, great. I was rubbish at cricket, so I think anyone that play cricket, I've got deep respect for. That's brilliant. Yeah, good luck with that. The Living Tombstone was also. Yeah, that was also. They were both awesome songs. I like their Find You. Yeah, I like that one. Is your guys' favourite movie still Alien? Aliens as well.
Aliens, yeah.
Not Alien. Although Aliens is a good movie as well. And the new one is coming out this Friday, I think. Thursday.
The Covenant one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to do any more? We just answered that with the Five Nights at Freddy's movies. Yes, we are, because if you look at the vote, then yeah, it won, so we are doing one. See you guys. See you, Chica, Freddy. The mic's in the way. I can't see what.
Turf was saying, are we going to do 2, 3, 4 or sister location? Well, as we was explaining in our vlog, we don't know yet or how it's going to be. So it might be amalgamation of several of them.
Yeah.
So
we're not ignoring you. It's just we've answered it. Country full of potatoes.
Hint. Country full of potatoes. Of course you are. You're from Ireland.
Yeah.
Yes. Of course you are. Yeah. So, because last time we spoke, we were saying about I've been to Dublin several times.
That's right. Yeah.
So we do get lots of names. So we have to try and keep up. Okay. Right. Have you done any racing, or are you racing? No, I haven't done racing. But I used to marshal for racing. So that might be the sort of thing. I do enjoy all motorsport. And right, I suppose really that are we gonna wind this up?
Okay, so just to quickly answer the place. Are you excited for Star Wars 8: The Last Jedi? Yeah, I am, because I've forgotten the name of the director, but he did Looper, which was quite cool. So it could be good. It could be different. I hope it's because that was one of the big complaints, wasn't it, about God, my brain's gone. What's it called?
The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens was very similar to basically the original, and I can see why they did it because they played it safe. But yeah, we'll see. Are you excited? Is everyone excited about Star Wars? Who's not excited about Star Wars? It is always cool to see a new Star Wars film.
We've got a new name in the room as well. Actually, I haven't seen this one. Andre the Killer, and he's from Romania. So that's brilliant and welcome. Look forward to seing you on our future live vlogs.
Andre the Killer from Romania. That just you sound dangerous.
Yeah.
Do you know, that sounds quite scary. Gotta go. See you, Turf. Thanks for joining us. Sorry that we ignored you. I have seen Rogue One. Yep. The first half was a bit dull. I found it was a bit long, but I enjoyed the last part of Rogue One. And it's funny enough, I think I've said this, where the director for Rogue One used to go to Toby's mum's school. He was in my year, but he was at her school.
Oh right.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Don't forget to give it a thumbs up to everyone.
Yeah, that's
everyone.
Just Jim. Yeah. So the thing. So really, I think it just remains for us to say ta-da for now. Really.
That will be it for now. And then remember, live on Friday again, making a Bubblegummonster, where we'll be able to see the finished T-Rex. Which I still haven't finished yet, but I'll get on with that at some point.
Have we finished the chef yet?
Yeah, I did it. It's on the thumbnail now.
Yay!
Yeah. And remember, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and also if you want to keep up to date with what we're doing, especially with the new 5 Nights at Freddy's, hit the alert button, because that will then keep you in touch with us and you'll know when we're releasing something new. That's it.
Ta-da.
Bye-bye.
Bye.